And we're back. Okay, last time out in Germany, I'm pretty sure we finished second in that race. We could have won, but then I screwed up the strategy and I had to settle for second. But yeah, today we are dealing with the Race of Great Britain at Silverstone, and today is the first race after the beginning of the Formula 1 season, so we got a lot to talk about the Australian Grand Prix, but we're going to talk about it during the race, and there's plenty of stuff to talk about, so I say let's not waste any more time and let's get on with the show, shall we? Yep, the race is sponsored by Sega. We are starting in 8th. And it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. And we're off of Silverstone. Okay, launch side by side with Ryan. Into the arena section for the first time. We got on the inside of Adrian, one of the Mercedes, as well as Gray. We're up to 4th behind the Red Bulls and Noel. Omega check up. And can we get into the lead? And the answer is yes, we do. Nice and easy. Of course, home race of the team and for a majority of the teams into the old start finish straight. And I mean old, considering that not even MotoGP races here anymore. Or at least MotoGP doesn't start here anymore. Now they use the Formula 1 start finish line. And we're about to complete lap number 1. Of course, don't ask me the name of the corners because I remember barely any of them. Well, of course, remember Maggots and Beckets, remember Cops, Hang Straight, and that's basically it. I still call this the arena section, but I'm pretty sure nobody calls it anymore. But, yeah. As for the reason why this is sponsored by Sega, it's because I was inspired by the 1983 European Grand Prix, which was sponsored by Sega. At the time, Sega had a hell of a lot more disposable income than they have today, and what they were doing is that they were sponsoring a lot of, especially in the UK, they were sponsoring a lot of sports teams. One example would be Arsenal with Dreamcast sponsorship, and more famously, Sega themselves sponsoring Williams. Yeah, I know, in the irony of today, but yeah, Sega was sponsoring Williams in 1993. And not only that, they ended up sponsoring the European Grand Prix, which was held at Donington. The only time Formula 1 ever visited Donington. Okay, they were supposed to go there in 2010, but of course the deal fell through. So that went on to be the only time Formula 1 ever raced at Donington. And despite that being I mean, it was Williams' home race, but it was the home race in more ways than one. It was Williams' home race in more ways than one. Senna went on to win the race with his considered one of the greatest performances in Formula 1 history, with the best first lap 1 ever, the lap of the gods, where he started from 5th, 6th, all the way to the lead before lap 1 was even done. And of course, another famous picture of the famous picture, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the famous picture of Senna holding a Sonic-shaped trophy at least once in a lifetime. To which, as was later proven, revealed actually in 2018, McLaren still have that trophy. But it wasn't the actual trophy that Senna won. It was just for promotion material. After that, after he lifted that trophy, he was given the actual winner's trophy. But yeah, of course, that was basically the peak of Sega sponsorship at the time, and and considering that Sega is now back into Formula 1 as one of the sponsors for McLaren, again I said ironically enough, at least up until this year, yeah, I thought, why the hell not? Why not have a Sega sponsored event in this? Why not have the race at Silverstone be sponsored by Sega? But yeah, in the meantime, this song we're on lap 4 into Cops. All right, I guess it's time to talk about the Australian Grand Prix. Actually, no. Before we begin, I'm recording this video with a well, quote-unquote new a pair of quote-unquote new headphones, and yeah, they feel really weird. I say new in quotes because actually I have had them for a very, very good while. My brother bought them and then gave them to me. But yeah, it's been years since I've used these, because the headphones that I've been using up until this point, fast lap at the race in the meantime, the cable is about to snap. I lost hearing on the right, so yeah, it was time for a change. And yeah, these things squeeze your head like nobody's business. They're Turtle Beach. I don't remember the actual name of the model, but they're Turtle Beach, and as I stated, they're pretty old. Old enough to still have the old USB port. You know, the ones that the current ones have the are like a rectangular shape. Yeah, those are like the old ports before it. Those I guess. Oh God, what's the name? Yeah, basically, I just put a picture if I can remember. But yeah, it's they are that old. And yes, I still do have a cable, so yeah, there we go. I think it's USB Type B, I think the name is.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
I'm pretty sure it's like USB Type B, so... And the current one should be USB Type C.
Rosberg's falling back. Your lap times are slightly better than his. Keep it up.
So yeah, they're that old, but fortunately they still work. I mean, no shit, I've been using them for years, but still, they still work. So... yeah, that's good. But yeah, now it's time to talk about the Australian Grand Prix, and oh boy, there's a lot to talk about. Okay, first and foremost, I actually did like the race a lot. Now, I wasn't bothered by... I wasn't as bothered as a lot of people were during qualifying. For the ones who don't know, actually not the ones who don't know. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're definitely seeing the Australian GP weekend, and yeah, admit it. After qualifying, you were saying, yeah, this is done. The sport is over.
Try to warm them up.
Because if you didn't see it, what happened is that during qualifying, Russell took pole position and that totally finished second, and they gave almost a second to Isaac Hadjar. It was 8 tenths. But what caused people to piss off is that Russell looked like he wasn't even trying because of the clipping and super clipping thing that new cars have. Basically, the clipping and super clipping is the automatic slowdown when the cars do, even when you're pressing the gas at full, when you're full throttle.
There's not much between you and the car behind. Just 2 seconds.
And the biggest and the corners that people kept talking about were corner 9 and 10, which are usually taken super fast, are now taken super easily with even a hand, apparently. So yeah, a lot of people just immediately put a cross on the regulations, and even potentially the year as a whole, because yeah, 8 tenths, that hasn't happened since 2014, and we all know what happened, and what Mercedes did in 2014. Then came the race, and amazingly enough, it was actually pretty good. I mean, I did like it. Some of the opinions do agree with me. I mean, it was a much more entertaining race than he had any right to be, which makes sense. I mean, everybody was expecting Russell Antonelli to do a McLaren 1998 and lap everybody, basically. But no, the race went on to be was a lot better than people legitimately thought, or even the people legitimately thought, or had any right to be. The first 3 laps, for its purposes, it was a non-stop battle between Russell and Leclerc, and then Ferrari fucked up the strategy and allowed Russell to just run away.
We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance to overtake.
But still, again, I know the expectations were rock bottom, but those were actually some pretty good numbers. So much so that, for the record, it was still a Mercedes 1-2 with Leclerc 3rd, Norris 4th, Verstappen 5th, who, by the way, he crashed out in Q1 because the car told him to go fuck himself. Then I believe it was Bortoleto, Lindblad, don't remember who else. Gasly finished 9th, finished in the top 10. Lindblad was in the points. I believe Lawson 2 was in the points. Hadjar DNF'd. The engine just went pop.
Release.
But
There's some traffic at the
yeah, it was a much better race than anybody legitimate. It was a much better race than anybody gave any right to.
You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
And okay, there's one thing that we should talk about, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Of course, there was also the IndyCar race at Phoenix. Yes, IndyCar returned to Phoenix. And apparently NASCAR and Fox really wanted that to happen, from what a guy told me. And of course, well, there was also the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup and NASCAR Cup races at also at Phoenix. But I honestly haven't checked out those because I wanted to focus on the Australian Grand Prix. And for the IndyCar race, another thing I remember is that the Cup Series race at Phoenix, Blaney won. So no 4-peat for Reddick, and Logano scored pole. As for the IndyCar race, Polo crashed out. So, yeah, that's all you need to know about the IndyCar race at Phoenix. That Polo didn't do anything. But yeah, as for the Australian Grand Prix, driver of the day, I give it to Verstappen because yeah, I mean, enough said. The guy had to climb from bottom 5 to top 5, but bottom 5 to top 5. Bortoleto because first points for Audi on the first attempt, and Lundblad because points on debut, which is a little bit more than Hadjar can say, considering well, it's not more than Hadjar can say, which is a hell of a lot better than what Hadjar did last year. But yeah, and the reject of the race, which is the worst driver in my opinion of the race, that goes to Oscar Piastri, and well, yeah, okay. Apparently, the reason why he crashed is because the reason why he lost control of the car is because apparently he got a sudden power boost that he wasn't expecting, and he spun the tires around, and he spun the car around. Still, the fact that he crashed on the formation lap, yeah, not the greatest of, not a good thing, and that's putting it lightly. Again, I know Hadjar did it last year, but Hadjar had many more justifications than Piastri does. So, yeah, driver of the day, Verstappen, Bortoleto, and Lundblad rejected the race to Piastri.
You should consider turning up the engine for a few laps.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot.
Be aware, we think the car
And now, time to talk about the elephant in the room that has come out recently, that being Formula One deleting comments after in a post they made. What happened is that the official Formula One account posted a tweet saying that the amount of overtakes in this year's race has been quadrupled from the amount of overtakes from last year. It was like 45 in 2025, and 2026 was 120. To which, I'll be honest, the moment I saw those numbers, the first thing I thought is, yeah, people are gonna be super fucking mad and they're gonna complain about fake racing. And in fact, a majority of the comments of the replies under that post are, yeah, this is fake shit, this is fake, what the hell is this nonsense? And apparently, it came out that Formula One has been deleting posts on that, has been deleting replies on that, on the post. Now, outside of the usual thing of, outside of the obvious thing of it being very, very unprofessional, and hopefully the guy that did it, or the guys that did it, got fired, because, yeah, come on, you cannot do this. Oh god. I am not surprised by people saying this is fake racing, because you know, people have been complaining about fake racing ever since the DRS was a thing. So, and now that we have what is basically DRS even at even the in the front wing, yeah, I am not surprised in the slightest. And this has been going on for years. And in all fairness, I don't. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't listen to the people, but I don't really care what they think, because, yeah, I mean, the fake racing thing has been around for decades at this point, and it's definitely not gonna get any, and that argument is definitely not gonna die anytime soon, even now with Active Arrow and all the stuff. As for deleting comments, now, I'm not justifying them deleting comments, again, I'm not gonna say I hope, but I honestly believe that the guys who did this are going to get fired. Hopefully they were just lone wolves, and that FOM is gonna find and kick their asses. Some of the at least one comment that I've seen from P1. Because P1 has made a short and as well as a video on the topic. One of the comments was about this is all fake, bring back V10s. To which, yeah, for those comments, for those type of comments, I gladly tell them to shut up as well. Because remember, we're still talking about the breed of fans that think that Formula One fans are you know, the same fans that say that having Formula One cars race at Le Mans is a good idea. And I don't mean the circuit Bugatti, the one that MotoGP uses. I mean the full fucking circuit that lets our fly out. So yeah, if people say that Formula One must go back to V10s. Yeah, shut the hell up. That's never going to happen. Come on. Be real. And I know somebody's gonna bring up the thing of Ben Sulayem saying that we're thinking of potentially bringing back V10s. Come on. He said that bullshit just because he got booed like nobody's business at the car presentation last year. And he had something to cover his ass. Hell, it's like it's a health miracle they're going to go to V4s, actually. So, yeah, they're not going back to V10s, and even then, that's not gonna bring even then. That's not gonna magically make Formula One go back to having a team per. An engine manufacturer per team, like it was in the good old days. It definitely is not gonna make, Peugeot, Skoda, Nissan, or any other of these guys convince them to return to Formula One. So, yeah. Oh god. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole thing with the deleted comments. And since I know somebody's eventually going to mention it, I really don't care about the WEC. Now, I know somebody's going to say that I'm missing out on some amazing racing, but it's weird to say, but I'm not exactly a fan of endurance racing. Not that I find it boring, I just don't, I'm not that interested in it. I mean, I know, of course, I do, read news on things like, of course, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I think it did mention that the first race of WC is going to get delayed. It was supposed to happen in Qatar, but thanks to Orange Man, and the other country that should not be mentioned because, oh god, I'd rather avoid a potential shitstorm. Mike, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They had to delay it, and they're going to start at Imola, almost said India. But that's like the extent of my interest with the WEC. So, yeah. Okay, you could. Okay, again. I don't care I'm missing out on some potentially amazing racing and all that stuff, but I really don't care about the WEC. So, yeah. I was supposed to pit, okay, in 2 laps. Yeah, I really don't care about the WEC, so yeah, and basically those are all my 2 cents on this whole situation.
We think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Okay, Norris coming up. I really don't care what a majority of the fans say, because well, people have been complaining about fake overtaking for years with DRS, and this is no exception. And as for Formula 1 deleting comments, again, it's unprofessional, and whoever did it must be fired. But in some ways, I don't blame them. I mean, again, Formula 1 are like a special breed of people. Okay, saying like this, I sound like that I am like above. Okay, saying like this is making me sound like I'm some sort of snob shithead. But, or you know, some sort of snob shit, or even worse, a Liberty shill.
You're not racing the car ahead. He's going to have to move over and let you pass.
But, I've seen enough stuff to say, yeah. Formula 1 fans shouldn't really be listened all that much. Also because they really have no idea what they want. In any case, as I said, I ignore pretty much everything else except like a few things from NASCAR and IndyCar. Today on the second channel, I uploaded the first video of the Roar Before FAS redone, and that is part of a project, shall we say, of reviving series related to Formula AS that I've cancelled. The Roar Before FAS was the prequel of Formula AS before I stopped that. And at the same time, I also want to bring back the 2 incarnations of Formula AS before I get into pin now. The 2 incarnations of Formula AS before I did the FAS Reborn. The one with the original mod that was planned to be used for Formula AS, and the one with the version of FAS done on F1 2012, the one that lasted 4 races before I cut it off because I got too frustrated. And at the same time, I want to bring back Formula Fantasy 2014 before doing the actual Formula Fantasy that I want to do with the 2025 mod. Now, I have already the mod in mind, or yeah, the mod in mind for Formula Fantasy. I guess I'm gonna go 2017 instead of 2014. Actually, no, I'm still gonna go 2014. Actually, yeah. Something like Formula Fantasy 2014 retooled or something like this. But yeah. And for the cast, I decided to use characters that I haven't used, that are not in use currently in this one, as well as the Road to FAS redone. And okay, back to medium tires. And yeah, I want to redo that project. Hey!
Be careful when overtaking. They should let you through.
And yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say. Of course, I have no idea when those projects will begin and in which channels I'm going to do them. I'm potentially thinking of doing Formula Fantasy 2014 on this channel, but I don't know if I want to, you know, put one series on hiatus. Well, if there's one thing that's probably going on hiatus is this one, because I'm not going to stop the G4 North American tour, and I'm not gonna make it an alternate series. I'm not gonna make it, and I'm gonna alternate with anything else, and I'm not gonna stop Path of Radiance. Now that I am somewhat close to the finish of that game. So yeah, if I
You're about to lap the next car. He should let you past.
there we go. If I bring Formula Fantasy on this channel back, it's very likely that this will go on hiatus. Meantime, 7 to go. No, 8 to go, actually. Oh, no, 7 to go, I believe, yeah.
The car behind is running on the prime tire. We should try and
But
create a
yeah, that's all for the future projects, and now we should be focusing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but today there was the Mario Galaxy movie direct, but of course I didn't check it out. I mean, I didn't really care. I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched the first Mario movie, and I mean, I've seen some scenes. Like Mario getting to the Mushroom Kingdom, the final battle between Bowser, Mario, and Luigi, the training montage with Mario and Peach, of course, the first meeting with Toad, between Mario and Toad, the Rainbow Road battle between Mario, Peach, Toad, the Donkey Kong, and the Kongs. Then what? And yeah, those are basically all the scenes that I watched. And and the fight between Mario and Donkey Kong. I mean, I've seen a bunch of. In the meantime, should be fast lap of the race. I've seen a bunch of clips, but the whole movie, I mean, by the way I described this, but I never really ended up watching the whole movie. When I effectively haven't watched it, but yeah, I didn't watch the movie. I didn't actually watch the movie, and chances are definitely not going to watch the second movie as well. Even though Mario Galaxy was my first Mario game ever, actually. Because we had Nintendo 64 with Mario 64, but I never played it, and and but of course I never played it, and I guess no, never mind. Because also I was a PlayStation 2 guy. I mean, well, I was a PlayStation 2 guy. I had the PlayStation 2 for the longest time. Then I got a Wii, and then I got an Xbox 360. But basically, Mario Galaxy was my first actual proper Mario game. It was either between the Mario Galaxy 1 and Super Paper Mario. And in all fairness, when I played it for the first time, I regretted not getting Super Paper Mario because, yeah, I tried completing the game 100% and I regretted it. But yeah, Mario Galaxy was my first actual Mario game, and for its purposes, I never bought and I never played. Actually, Mario Kart Wii 2. I mean, that's a spin-off, but still, it's a Mario game anyway. And those are like the only two Mario games that I ever played before we traded both my PS2 and the Wii at GameStop and got myself an Xbox 360 for my birthday. And for the record, it was a 4 gig model, so the absolute bottom of the line, cheapest shit possible. And then we traded that one in for the... Actually, no, we didn't trade it in. My brother bought the PS4 for Christmas. We didn't trade it in. Actually, he brought it with himself. Along with all the games to his home, because to his house actually, because he lives in another town entirely, because in another city entirely, because alongside his wife, because soldier, and he's a soldier of the Italian army. I think I did mention this. He's a soldier in the Italian army, as is his wife, and the barracks are closer there. So, yeah. The last time we actually did go to his house, the Xbox wasn't there anymore. It was a PS4, so I guess he traded that one in. But, yeah. And actually, the funny story is that I bought a PS4 game and I'm wanting it before I bought a PS4 at all. It was a Toho game that I bought in Germany, because the reason why it piqued my interest is that it was a Toho game for consoles, and as far as I know, Toho was is still relegated. At least at the time, I was still thinking that it was a PC only thing. So that piqued my interest. Then I found out after I went back to the home that was housing me in Germany, that it was a PS4 game. So, yeah. And I think it was in that Christmas that I got we got the PS4. So we didn't have to wait too long to, well, try it out, because I never really... I tried it for like 10 minutes and never picked it up again. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm not interested in watching I never watched the Mario movie. The first Mario movie, and don't really care about the the Mario Galaxy movie. Again, even though Mario Galaxy is the first Mario game that I ever played, but
The gap of
yeah.
3 seconds between you and the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
And now for Mario games, I played not many actually. I played New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii, New Super Mario Bros. On the DS recently. I tried playing Mario 64 DS and immediately quit because, good fucking god, the controls is just... Although I did play, well, not Mario, but I did play Smash 64 on emulator, Smash 3DS, and of course Smash Ultimate. And I think I did Mario Galaxy, and I believe on Mario Kart Wii, short Mario Kart Wii, yeah, Mario 64, a long time ago. But things like the RPG games, auto sports, there is a Mario Kart, not really. But at least I can say that while I haven't played that many Mario games, I still played more than Sonic games. I played more Mario games than with Sonic games. When I did the Generations playthrough, that was my first actual Sonic game, period. And I got myself 3 of them. Shadow Generations, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, to which apparently they just added a story mode, to which... Why the fuck would you want to do that? But okay. Actually, we downloaded it just for the 2 new characters. But yeah. For the purposes, I haven't really played it since I guess cleared the first DLC cup. The one that has SpongeBob, Pac-Man, and oh fuck, was it? What was the other one? Was it Knights? It was Knights Dreams, I think. But yeah, after completing the first DLC, no, it was Minecraft. Yeah, actually, well done. It was, yeah, SpongeBob, Minecraft, and Pac-Man. Yeah, there we go. After the first DLC cup, I haven't really played it at all. So. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the first. I'm still waiting for when Mega Man has to drop, and of course whatever other DLC characters are going to show up. Honestly, if there's one but 2 DLC characters I want to see for that game are Mario and Ray from Sonic Mania, because that would be what that would be their debut on 3D. So yeah, why not? As we go past Madison, we're going to take the last couple of corners, and we are going to win the race of Great Britain.
Congratulations on the win. The whole team's ecstatic. Great driving.
And so, we win the race of Great Britain. Second is Noel, third is Serge, and it's Christian, Sophia, Al, Gray, Adian, Ryan, and Linda rounding up the top 10, with Eric getting a 10 seconds time penalty and dropping outside of the points. Then, of course, no DNFs. Ricard is Madison, Kokoro, Phil, Eli, and Ricard are lap down. Makoto wins last car for the lead lap cars, and Ricard wins last car overall. And now, time for the usual thing of doing the taking the thumbnail, do the point calculations, and then finish up the race. So, see you in a bit. And as a result, we are still leaders and have increased the gap. Sophia is in second. Now Noel is in third. Serge drops down to fourth. Christian is in fifth. Then it's Adian, Gray, Al, Ryan, Linda, Eric, Nana, Nora, and Madison rounding up the point scorers. And I actually little off topic. I was rambling about the Mario Galaxy Direct during the race. Turns out that Donald Glover is going to voice Yoshi. So, yeah, how long it will be before we get AI covers of Yoshi singing some songs like "This Is America"? Oh, good lord. But yeah. In any case, yeah, that was run 14, and we are finally reaching the final stretch of races. Only 9 actually. Hold on, we got Spain, which is Spain and Hungary, which are redone races. Then is Austria, Japan, Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, Portugal, and then we finish the season in Valencia. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 races left in the calendar. So yeah, and possibly the track I'm mostly scared of is Singapore, because Singapore historically hasn't been a good track for me, but the performances that I'm having right now, chances are I should be able to be fine even with a bad result, even not even straight up be champion, but who knows. But in any case, this has been it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get the extra drops. And yeah, nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.